everyone, I'm back today with another layout featuring cut to you cut files. This is called the Hearts Unite or Hearts Unite cut file, and it's a really fun one. So it's just a whole background full of hearts, and I'm going to go ahead and use both pieces of this background. So I'm going to start with the positive piece. I'm just taking a sheet of regular cardstock. Nothing fancy, nothing special. This isn't heavyweight, anything like that. And honestly, for this layout, it doesn't even have to be white. So I am backing the cut file with the white paper because we're going to do a fun inlaid pattern for this. So I'm just going to trim this up so I have a nice 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to work with all those hearts. Okay, so I've taken two colors of Shimmer's paints. I've taken one called Pumpkin and one called Red Wagon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to color each of the hearts. So all the little hearts, I left them stuck onto my paper. They're all stuck, or not the paper, they're stuck to the craft mat, exactly where after they cut them and they stick to the silhouette mat. So mine is just, it's stuck to the silhouette mat. And I am putting a nice smooth coat of paint in Red Wagon and Pumpkin. Those are the two colors that I have. These two colors are part of a pigment splash kit from Spiegel Mom Scraps. Love, love, love those kits. And so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give my Shimmer's paints a stir, and then I'm going to paint these hearts. So what I'm doing is I'm using a craft mat, and the reason I'm using a craft mat is because once all the hearts are painted, I can pick them up off the craft mat, pick them all up together off of the craft mat, and I can put them by the radiator in my craft room so that they can dry fairly quickly. And then for the third heart, I'm going to ink them up using Vintage Photo Distress Oxide inks. So I'm going to paint one pumpkin, one in Red Wagon, and then I'm going to ink one up using the Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to color all of the hearts, which is going to give me this. So now all of these hearts are dry and they're painted, and now I'm taking some shimmers in Night Moves and I'm splattering all the hearts. Splattering them. I love how this looks. I know that I'm going to be using my Felicity Jane Harper kit, so I want to I chose my colors based on the colors that are in that particular scrapbook collection. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Initially, I thought I would put the adhesive on the heart and then on the cut file and then put it down, but I was worried it would peel up on the edges, and I really want this to be really well inlaid. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put a ton of adhesive on each of these hearts. And I added a little more splatter. I'm just kind of playing here, trying to decide how I want to do this, how much black splatter I want on the hearts, how I'm going to adhere them and inlay them. So what I ended up doing was just putting a ton of tape runner on the back of each heart, making sure that I got all the edges so that they would lay flat and create this inlay look and not try to pop up. And so now the background is done. I love the way it turned out. I'm just going to play with my photo a little bit and try to decide where I want it. So this is one of the more versatile cut files in the Cut to You shop because it is, you could create this in so many ways. So you could take an ombre pattern paper and just back the entire back, and you'd have a pretty ombre heart pattern. You could stitch around some of these hearts. You could color some of them. You could take all the hearts out and create your own shape or your own background using all the hearts. Really, really fun, versatile cut file. I actually had, after I cut it, I had so many cute ideas of what I could do with it that I kind of had to decide because I was like, and you might see this one again because I still have a couple more photos and a couple more layout ideas that using this cut file different ways. So I'm putting a mat around my photo. I don't want the photo to get lost in the background. There's a lot of lovely like grays and greens and orangey colors in this layout. So I wanted to make sure that the photo popped. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this heart pattern paper because I'm going to put hearts throughout the layout. And remember, I also added the black splatter to the hearts in my background. So I want to pull the colors that I've used in the background and make sure that they are visible into the layout. So this is only the second layout I've done with this kit. So I still have a lot of options at my disposal to kind of play with, decide what I want to do, and I will admit that I kind of went through a lot of different ideas. And I left most of my process in here. So initially, I thought this floral paper is so pretty. So I cut a strip, I think it's like 3 inches off the top. And so I had this crazy idea that I was going to fussy cut it and put it at the bottom. But I didn't like it with the cut file or my background. So I'm just going to set that aside. I'm not going to do that. But I still have that sheet of paper cut like that, and I have every intention that in an upcoming layout it's going to get fussy, that top piece is going to get fussy cut and put on a white background, maybe pop dotted up. So I decided to go with this solid color paper, but then I don't think I used this one either. Like I said, this layout goes through a lot of different plans and ideas. I was thinking about putting a band across the middle, but I felt like that would cover up too much of the background. So I'm going to nix all of those ideas, and I'm just going to put the picture kind of like in the top little bit and adhere it down. I always find when I have a new product or a new kit that it's hard. The first couple layouts become really hard, but then I do stuff like this. So I thought maybe I liked this card that said fall. So I'm going to ink it up, and I'm actually going to put foam tape on the back of it and then change my mind. But I'm going to put that back into the kit, and then next time I pull this out, I have that piece already ready to go. Anyway, I do this a lot when I first start kits. But at the end, when it's time to kill them, I find that having minimal supplies or just having scraps just inspires me more. It's so weird. So I decided to use this journaling card instead, and I'm going to use it to just add a cluster. So I'm going to keep all of my clusters and things right here to this journaling card. And I really, really like this. I love how that turned out. That turned out really, really nice. And then I'm going to tuck these little sprigs, the floral sprigs here off to the side. I'm going to pop dot some of them up. I really, really like that. And now I'm on a roll. Now I'm liking where this is going. And then I'm going to go ahead and take 3 of these leaves. These felt leaves are gorgeous. So there's 6 of them in the kit. I'm going to use 3 on this page, and then I have 3 for another layout later on. I'm going to fiddle with them a little bit. I know I want to use them. I know they're really sweet and cute, and I really like them. So I'm just going to adjust how my flower is so it can kind of pop up onto the flower. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start to just stick all this stuff down exactly as you see it here. And then I'm going to add the year that this photo was taken with the fun puffy stickers, letter stickers that have numbers that came in the kit. And then I want to add just a little bit of the enamel hearts to some different areas around the page. Just fidgeting with it a little bit, making sure those felt leaves are really nice and down. I'm sorry you can hear my puppy whining. He wants me to throw his ball, so it's a very good thing that we are really close to being done with this video. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to add a couple of little clusters. There's some enamel shapes in the kit, and then there's also these really sweet little puffy hearts that are in the letter stickers. And honestly, I would love to have just an entire package of nothing but these gold puffy hearts because they're super cute. And that's going to complete my layout for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. You can head over to the Cut to Use shop and grab this cut file if you would like it. I think it's fabulous. And here are some close-ups. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.